Egypt isn't just ancient, it's eternal, a land where time folds in on itself, where pharaohs still whisper through stone, and the desert hides secrets older than memory. From pyramids to prophecies, Egypt is a riddle carved in sand. These are 10 mind-blowing facts about Egypt, mysterious, majestic, and absolutely true. Let's descend into the cradle of civilization. 1. The Great Pyramid can focus energy like a lens. The Great Pyramid of Giza isn't just a tomb. Recent studies suggest its shape can focus electromagnetic energy into its internal chambers. Scientists modeled how radio waves interact with the pyramid and found resonance patterns. It's not just architecture, it's physics. In Egypt, even stone listens. Some researchers even speculate that the pyramid's geometry encodes the golden ratio, pi, and even the speed of light in its latitude. Coincidence or cosmic knowledge? 2. Cleopatra lived closer to the moon, landing than the pyramids. The Great Pyramid was built around 2560 BCE. Cleopatra ruled in 30 BCE. That's over 2,000 years apart. More time between her and the pyramids than between her and us. She wasn't Egyptian by blood. Cleopatra was Macedonian Greek, descended from Ptolemy I, a general of Alexander the Great. Yet she embraced Egyptian culture, learned the language, and styled herself as the reincarnation of Isis. She ruled, not just with power, but with performance. In Egypt, history loops back on itself. 3. Ancient Egyptians invented the 365-day calendar. To track the Nile's flooding, Egyptians created a calendar with 12 months of 30 days, plus 5 extra days. It's the ancestor of the modern calendar. They also divided the day into 24 hours and used sundials and water clocks. Their calendar wasn't just practical, it was spiritual. Each month was tied to deities, harvests, and celestial events. The 5 extra days were considered epigomenal, outside time, and were reserved for the birthdays of gods. In Egypt, time bowed to myth. 4. The pyramids were once covered in white limestone. The pyramids we see today are weathered, but originally they were covered in polished Tura limestone, gleaming white and reflective. They shone like beacons under the sun, visible for miles. Some say they looked like giant mirrors. In Egypt, even tombs reached for the heavens. Earth met sky in geometry and light. 5. The ancient Egyptians had 200 gods, and one brief monotheism. From Ra to Anubis, Egypt's pantheon was vast, but for a brief period, Pharaoh Akhenaten declared a 10. The sun disk, the only god. Temples were closed. Priests resisted, and after his death, Egypt returned to polytheism. It was the world's first recorded monotheistic revolution. Akhenaten's city, Amarna, was abandoned, his name erased, but his experiment echoes through time. 6. The Nile flows south to north and was worshipped as a god. The Nile River is one of the few major rivers that flows northward. It gave Egypt life, water, transport, and fertile soil. The Nile was personified as Hapi, a god of abundance. Festivals honored its flooding, and its rhythm shaped the calendar. In Egypt, rivers weren't just natural, they were divine. The Nile didn't just sustain life, it defined it. 7. The Library of Alexandria held over 400,000 scrolls and was lost to fire. The Library of Alexandria was the greatest repository of ancient knowledge. Philosophy, astronomy, medicine, all stored in papyrus scrolls. But it was destroyed, possibly by Julius Caesar's troops or later invaders. Its loss is one of history's greatest tragedies. In Egypt, wisdom once burned. Some say the library held the secrets of Atlantis. Others believe its destruction set civilization back by centuries. We'll never know what was lost. 8. Mummification wasn't just for pharaohs. Even animals were mummified. Cats, crocodiles, ibises, even bulls. The Egyptians mummified animals as offerings to gods. Over 70 million animal mummies have been discovered. Some were buried in massive catacombs. Some animals were bred specifically for mummification. Archaeologists have uncovered entire rat farms and falcon hatcheries near temples. These weren't pets, they were offerings, wrapped in linen and prayers. In Egypt, the divine had fur, feathers, and fangs. 9. The pyramids align almost perfectly with true north. The Great Pyramid is aligned within 0.067 degrees of true north. An astonishing feat without compasses. How? Possibly by tracking stars like Thuban or using the sun's shadow. The alignment is so precise that modern engineers still marvel at how it was achieved without GPS or lasers. Some theories suggest the use of star charts, water levels, or even sound-based leveling tools. Whatever the method, the result is timeless. The pyramid doesn't just point north, it points to mystery. 10. Egypt has a city older than the pyramids. Still inhabited today. Fayum, southwest of Cairo, is one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world. Its history predates the pyramids. It was once a center of worship for the Sobek, the crocodile god. And today, it's a living city, layered with millennia. Markets bustle beside ruins. Mosques rise beside ancient canals. In Egypt, the past never left. It simply changed clothes. Egypt isn't just ancient, it's alive. Every fact, from solar gods to stellar alignments, reveals a civilization that saw the universe as sacred. It's not just sand and stone, it's memory. And it reminds us that the past still speaks. Egypt teaches us that knowledge isn't always linear, that science and spirituality once walked hand in hand, that a civilization can rise, fall, and still echo across millennia. In every grain of sand, a story. In every ruin, a riddle. These 10 facts about Egypt weren't just surprising, they were timeless. Because behind the pyramids, the papyrus, and the Pantheon is a story of brilliance, of belief, of becoming.